bit different, and that the conversations felt very different. And I'm now teaching a grad seminar and using some of the pieces that he suggested to us in teaching the grad seminar, and that has been really exciting to me.
I can also say that the theme of DMAC differs depending on who we have on board, which is really, that's what I like a lot. For instance, Will, changing our readings, or helping us change our readings in some aspect, and Jen Michaels, who, you get Jen Michaels in a room and you're going to be thinking of social media. Regardless of what you do, you're going to be thinking about social media because that is her focus. And because we had her in that room, all of a sudden we were tweeting DMAC one year, and we had a social media presence and this and that, and you know, it was quite, we would not have done that ourselves. It's the people who make the difference each year, and that's the lovely thing about DMAC. When we had Brenda Brueggemann, who came the first time to DMAC, we had all of a sudden our attention brought to disability studies. Why didn't we think about that before? You know, that's a failing of ours, but in being there, her and Melanie Yurko, all of a sudden our eyes were opened in many, many ways to the voices of disabled students and the many perspectives they bring to our classrooms that we just hadn't realized. So to me, that's the most exciting thing, having different people contribute so many different perspectives and ideas that change DMAC every year. The fabric becomes different.
And certainly the once everybody leaves and we start looking at the evaluations, the participants certainly shape that from year to year too. So we get a sense of what people felt really worked, what people feel like they wish they had gotten more of, and we bring that into the next year. It plays a key role.
We have time for one.
Yeah, you can do one more.
Just one more. Okay, this is just kind of a fun question. Is there either a favorite memory of DMAC or a favorite element of the DMAC process?
I have my favorite element.
Do you? What's your favorite element?
So maybe I'm gonna like kind of pat myself on the back here for this one, but we do an assignment called the Multimodal in 60 assignment, and this is an assignment that I created for students long ago, and we have been kind of massaging and shaping through DMAC. And the assignment is an opportunity for us to teach video composing to students. And it's an assignment where they have a lot of interesting limits and constraints, like their text must be 60 seconds long, no more, no less, and they can't have matching audio and video. So if I see somebody speaking, or if I see a bus going by, I can't hear the bus, or I can't hear this person speaking. So it forces them to do a lot of interesting creative things. So the assignment is a favorite. People really like it. They learn a lot. We see that it feeds into the rest of DMAC. But the best part of that assignment is that we do it in a very short amount of time, and then we have a social event that has been in my house in my backyard, and we staple a $2.99 paper tablecloth to my fence in my backyard, and we get a projector and we hook up some computer speakers to it, and we showcase everybody's work. And it's really great, and it's really short, because if we have, you know, if we've collected 21 of these videos, then our movies, if they follow the rules, should be 21 minutes long. And it's just a whole series of shorts, and people are just mesmerized by the work, because it's happened so quickly, they haven't had the chance to see what everybody else has done, and to see how somebody could take the outcomes of an assignment that look very, very restricting in some ways and very static in some ways, and create these texts where there is nothing in common across the 21 projects. They are so diverse and so interesting. It's such a great moment. Everybody's just kind of in awe of themselves and the work, and it's a real confidence boost. I think it really propels them then to the rest of DMAC, and they think, wow, I can really do this. I'm ready to take on the rest of the Institute.
And the cumulative power of those pieces really amplifies their effect, because together they're better even than they are individually, which is really nice. I think my favorite moment isn't a moment like that, but it's a space of time, the first morning of DMAC. I always love the first morning. It's very full of promise, but it's also full of a recognition on the part of participants that they are not going to start with the technology itself. That the most important thing in DMAC is not the technology, it's the people first, the curriculum second, and then, and third, only third, the technology. And when they realize that, that DMAC sort of perspective is cemented, I think, in wonderful ways, and I love that moment. I just love it because they all think they're going to come here and be tech heads and, you know, technology wizards, and that is the furthest from the truth that it could be, and that makes us very happy when we realize we're in the business of making better teachers and not in making only better technologists.
That's a great way to end.
Good.